Hello everyone and welcome to the latest business chat with me, Glenys Chatterley from EBN. So you must know by now that it stands for Effective Business Network. What I thought I'd talk to you about today, and it's following on from a couple of conversations I've been having this week with people, is starting a business. Things I wish I'd have known or things I have learned since I started a business. Now, this is not the definitive list. This is not the list everybody else might give you. It's just things that I think are important if you're thinking of starting a business or if you've just started a business. So I'm not going to talk about doing your research, doing marketing, doing your business plan. I'm not talking about any of those things. I'm talking about the things that I think you need to think about or need to make sure that you understand. So my number one is do not spend any money on your business that you can't afford to throw out of the window and lose forever. I've seen people over the years, they've left a business or an employment with a nice package, and they have then squandered quite a lot of it by opening a business that then didn't last, and all that money had gone and they couldn't afford to lose that money. So unless you can afford to throw whatever money you're putting in, do not start a business with your money. The second one is, and it relates to money. Don't spend anything that you don't need right this minute. You need a website to have a business. You need to buy a domain name so that you look professional and so that you're not advertising another company. If you are Fred Blogs and then BT, Yahoo, any of those, you are advertising somebody else's business with your domain name. So don't do that. Buy a domain name, really cheap. Get in touch if you need any help. I won't be able to, but I can put you in touch with people who can. Get a website, ditto previous advice. But make sure you don't buy the trappings, the things. And I was guilty of this. You know, I thought I needed that really nice posy stapler and I didn't, and other things, and I didn't. And the third one relates to money again, because money is the thing that might undermine your business. The third one is don't get an office unless you need one. I've never had an office in the 25 years that I've been working as a self-employed person. I do have an office in my house and I do use it. And if I have to have customer meetings, it's not suitable for them to come to. So I make sure that I go to a nice venue, arrange to meet them there, buy them a coffee, and just use that as my office, my customer interface office. So don't spend money looking for an office and paying rent on an office that you don't need. You might need it down the road, but you probably won't at the beginning. It's up to you to choose. So my first three are about money. Don't spend it unless you can throw it away. Don't spend it unless you need to. And definitely don't spend it on accommodation unless you need to. And you make the decisions. That's the best bit about being self-employed, about owning the business. You make the decisions. The next one is have faith in your product or service. It's wobbly time at the beginning when you first own a business. You sit there and you go, and I can remember my first day sitting there and realizing it was me, I was it. So I knew that what I was offering was something that people would buy. And I knew that because I'd asked people, if I did this, would you buy? So make sure that you keep the faith with your product and service. If it's really good, it'll sell. And if it isn't, it might need tweaking. So it's that. And the way that helps you to keep faith is number 5, network. Because when you network, you get people who surround you and say, well, okay, how about if you did this? Or, oh, I like that. Or they buy it, or they refer you to somebody who might buy whatever it is you're offering. But networking also supplies you with people who can do the bits you don't want to do or don't know how to do. And it would take you way longer to learn to do it and do it than it would to pay them to do it. So the website that I was talking about before, getting a domain name, it's that kind of thing. So network. If you don't know where to network, then contact me and I will help. And yes, I've got a networking company, but the whole thing about networking is I will help you find appropriate networking, and it might not be us. It might, I hope, but it might not. The final bit of advice is go to your local council and ask them what help they have for small businesses, for startup businesses. There is often cheap or free, and usually free, advice, help, support. But at least if you go and ask, you'll know what there is. When I first started, I used a local one. It was called Business Link, and it doesn't exist anymore. And I used them mercilessly, and they were fantastic because I didn't know everything. In fact, I knew very little, I realize now, but they helped me because they had the experience that could help me. So those are my top tips. There's probably about 6. I've lost count myself, but I hope they've been some help to you. In the meantime, while you're thinking about that, please do the usual, which is watch this to the end, tell your friends, subscribe, like, comment, and yeah, have a great day, whatever it is you're doing. Thank you for your time.